That'd be fucked up, man.
If we're talking about respect, man, okay?
Yeah.
I have been sitting here in my artistic flame.
You've been in your mode.
Coming up with golden gems of moments, right?
Yeah, well, I've been on the phone.
And then, before you got here.
Yeah, okay.
Before you got here,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, soon as Virtue gets in here, bam.
And you're just waiting. And
do you know, right now, I don't even remember. I was in the room and I was like, what was I going to do? What was I going to say?
It's going to come back soon.
I'm going to kill that guy. Hey, Hollywood is set to make a remake of the movie Ghost, man. Like that old Patrick Swayze movie, Demi Moore.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be starring Chadwick Boseman.
That's fucked up, man.
What?
That's fucked up, man. Chadwick Boseman's dead, man. That's fucked up.
I mean, hey, you know.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Messed up. Mean ass.
I mean, this motherfucker getting work, you know, even after he's dead. But this sews up some of the controversy surrounding the movie itself. Apparently, a lot of woke activists were mad because there were no ghosts hired for the movie.
So we got woke ghost activists now?
Yeah, apparently.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah, damn. Like, they'll be mad at every fucking thing in the world, but, you know, then the whole mentality of this generation is, you know, like,
yeah.
Smoke, drink, and die of cancer. Shake your body like a belly dancer. Shake your body like a belly dancer.
You know, I seen some crazy ass bullshit, man. I don't know why what you just said made me think of it. You know, I seen some crazy ass shit where it was at some school. I don't know if it was a high school campus or a college campus.
Yeah.
I didn't specify which one, but it was some sort of school campus. And I swear to God, bro, they had motherfucking OnlyFans recruiters out there, bro.
OnlyFans recruiters at a college campus.
I don't know if it was college or high school, but it was a school campus and it was an OnlyFans recruiter, bro.
Man. I tell you what, man, I'm super like
like,
annoyed by this creaking chair.
I was like, God damn.
I feel like it's just cutting off everything that's being said.
You should make an OnlyFans account and just do sounds of the creaking chair.
Oh my God.
And call it moving wood.
You just gave me the greatest idea, dude. Like, just an ASMR of just like. Just adjusting in your chair for like. But you can only find it if you type in 10 hours. Right? You have to type in 10 hours first. And then you get 10 hours of just like ASMR chair creaking noises. Like, and some guy just.
Elongated wood.
Right. Uncomfortable.
10 hours of elongated wood. But that's the video caption.
It's fucking ridiculous. Elongated wood. Immediately with the cock thing. Okay, let's turn this around. I
would fuck with the algorithm hard, man.
I had a question for you, okay? Like, right. Do you think there's ever been like Siamese twins that were joined at the cock?
I don't think so, but I hope not. But like, I want to say there's probably been some Siamese twins that were conjoined like face to face, like front torso to front torso and shit. So maybe they shared equipment, but I don't think just like two separate bodies and then like one penis. Because like, I mean, you know, doctors could do some shit about that. You know, at least I would hope they could try. You know what I'm saying? At least give a nigga one functioning ball. You know what I mean? Something. Shit.
I mean, if this wasn't even back when doctors, you know, I'm talking about all in history. You know.
I don't know, man.
How would that even work? Like, okay, how would you? Number one, how would you jerk off?
I don't want to think about it.
Like, who would do it? Like, would it be like it's your turn to jerk off or it's my turn to jerk off?
I don't want to think about that, man. I don't want to think about two brothers arguing.
It's my turn to jerk off.
Arguing in disgust or fighting over who's jerking off the penis, the shared penis, the community penis.
I just thought it was
like no, but see,
like one of them might be like, no, it's your turn.
Mm-mm.
It's your turn to
no,
jerk.
But see, here's an even deeper, weirder fucking thing to think about. Right, so.
Right.
So you gotta remember, like nerve endings and feelings and all of that shit. You know, it's all signals to the brain, right?
Right.
So if they fucking a bitch, right? Who feels it?
Wait, who's inside of her?
Right, who feels it?
One of them is all the way in her.
Maybe they both feel it, right? So here's a weird thing, right? Let's say like they both feel it, right? One of them niggas feel like he about to come, right? But all of a sudden the other nigga's feeling takes over, and all of a sudden he's got to come no more.
You really just now that you were talking about me and questionable like sides of this conversation. I was just wondering if it maybe has ever happened.
I got you, but like the thing about it is, it's like nigga, you transitioned into like who's jerking the penis. I'm talking about him fucking a bitch.
But how do they do that? Because one of them.
he still got one penis. I'm just talking about who feels it.
Listen, if let's just say we were Siamese twins joined at the dick. Like from my point of view, you're the dickhead. So you'd have to be in the girl in order for me to bang her. You'd have to disappear into her body.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. How could we fuck a girl?
Okay.
We'd have to. It'd have to be really long, and we fold it.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna have to rewind all the way back. Let's rewind all the way back.
All right.
Okay. Because I think maybe we had a moment where I misunderstood how you were describing, because you weren't very specific about how you meant joint at the penis, right?
You meant like
what I envisioned,
like the He-Man swords.
I wouldn't say necessarily like that, but we'll say
cut them in like this.
Like we'll say they got two completely separately formed bodies, right? But all the shit right here is just all together, or maybe they only got 3 legs,
or they got two fully formed bodies. 4 balls and just 1 cock sticking up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just all the shit is just shit.
Then you put the girl on top.
Right, that's what I thought.
She would ride you like a 4-legged horse.
What you're describing is like two niggas conjoined on opposite ends of the same hose.
Yeah,
nigga, how the fuck are they gonna urinate?
There's like a hole at the top, and it just goes like. I don't know, like
what, like a fountain and shit?
Yeah, or it's like a side
like
hair.
A sprinkler.
Right.
You piss it.
It could have the side joints, the fucking like.
Bro, imagine how they would look having to go to the urinal at a public place.
Right. It like basically like hugging at the urinal, just like this, both at the same stall, like this.
Yeah, they gotta like fold it and point in a certain direction, so it's just like in the urinal. What the fuck, man?
Those are my mans, dog. Don't talk that way about my mans. They probably don't exist though. It's never existed, But we're just talking about kind of like chimeras, things that have never existed. Like, it's not even a chimera. Chimera is a cross between a person and an animal, right?
Okay.
I think so. But if you got 4 legs, you're basically almost an animal.
Okay.
So Siamese people, just a word of advice, Don't go near any zoos. They might get you. Like,
put you in a cage and shit.
Right, be like, one of them got 3. Put them. Like, no, we're people. We eat food.
We just share the same penis.
The scientists want to come out with like microscopes and inspect them. Like, ooh.
Shit's fucking wild. Shit is fucking wild, man. And I was watching. Okay,
it's wild out here in these zoos.
Yeah, man. Let's switch over to another zoo that I know of. The TikTok world, the world of TikTok, where millions and millions of kids, Gen Zers, pretty much, think that they are going to become successful in life by doing a 4-step dance that ends in them like doing a smile.
You know what's weird about the dancing part that you described?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but when you think about the whole history of dancing, a 4-step is not a dance.
No.
It's not dancing.
No, it's not.
At all. You know what I'm saying? It's akin to babies gyrating is what it's akin to.
You know what it reminds me of? Yeah, sort of. But it reminds me of this. Like, you're basically a mime. You know? Basically, that's what you are when you're doing that. Because you're not moving a lot. You're just doing these motions. You're miming things, right? And that is what the generation that's coming up is thinking is the most important thing. Like, they're doing hundreds of these a day.
What if it's some sort of weird pagan worship?
I mean, I actually think...
Just speculating.
Well, because I really don't see China as a very, like, pagan culture.
Right, but see, they're not the ones that are, creating these dances.
Dude, TikTok is from China, man.
I got you, but the content creators that are creating these dances are not Chinese.
Not now.
And right, but see, and the thing is, TikTok is not even owned by China anymore. Remember, Trump changed that.
I got you, but the algorithm is still being run. You know what I mean? The algorithm is still.
I'm with you.
What they want it to be.
I'm with you, but what I'm saying is they're not creating the dances.
No, some idiot created the dance, and nobody would like it. But the algorithm kicked it to so many little girls that the little girls think that this older girl who's doing the dance is cool, and now I'm gonna copy. So
right, and where did that older girl get the dance from?
She just sat there and stupid people make shit up.
Or they copy it from somewhere else.
Right, exactly. Right. You just copy something, you make something up, you do a little this, it becomes slightly popular, and people might like it, right? If it's on if one of your friends did one and it wasn't a genre, it might get 18 likes. Her friends would be like, that's cute.
Yeah.
But if it's on TikTok, it gets like recommended and...
Hey, see, I'm going to tell you some funny shit. Like I'm not really a big dance person anyway and shit, but like I put you like I don't use TikTok, right? But if I was to happen to go search for some videos related to dancing material, and it was something I wanted to watch, what I would look for is crumping. You know what I'm saying? And there are some that would argue that crumping is not even dancing, not even break dancing.
Gotcha.
But there are some that would argue, crumping falls more into the lines of breakdancing than actual dancing. You know what I'm saying? But that TikTok shit is not dancing at all. It's not.
No, I agree with you.
It's baby gyration. Like,
dude, you have no idea how much I see babies around me when I walk around. It's something that I can't get out of my head. It's almost like a mental block now. Because I'll see like a security guard and he'll be standing there like this. And he's kind of chubby.
Yeah, looks like baby Huey.
And I'm like, it's
black baby Huey.
Yeah, it's a baby. And I guarantee you, like, somebody makes them mad, they go, "Rrr," but only like a little different. You know what I mean? Like with a word instead of a "rrr." Like, and when they see like num-nums, they want them. You know what I mean? If they don't get them, they get kind of mad.
Grumpy, cranky.
Right, well, I didn't get my num.
Hangry, that's the word for it.
I saw those num-nums over there, and I didn't get them. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, dude, I see people as babies. I see guys in 3-piece suits, like, fully dressed to go to the board meeting.
With a baby head.
And they're sitting on the fucking subway, and they're going like this. And I'm just like, oh my God, these people are just...
Right, these are the people running the world.
Holy shit. Yeah. Like, what happens if the lights go out? And there's no money?
So you're doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doomed.
Many are. And I think there's a reason why I live so much of my life on the streets and in the woods, learning how to camp and learning how to, like, eat without money. You know what I mean? Just learning how to survive in any way I could, anywhere I was. I mean, now I'm not so, like, I don't want to do that, so I don't do it. But I still can. You know, and people can see that in me when I'm walking around. I know it. Like, when I talk to people, they don't talk to me the same way they talk to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because use what they would describe as a confident cracker.
Oh, man.
A confident cracker. But it's like...
Canceled. He just used the C word.
But see, I'm just telling you how people internally, how they have that discussion with themselves when they meet you, especially for the first time.
Well,
Like, just shut the fuck up and let me talk, goddammit. Shit.
I hear you, man.
And I was like, oh shit, he's a confident cracker, right? But like, and these are colored people, okay?
Right. Yeah.
But he doesn't want to get off of the vibe to be a racist, because it's like, okay, he's definitely not black, but okay, if they're black, they're like, but he don't really, come off like a racist, but he definitely ain't wigger, you know what I'm saying? If it's like any other nationality, the person of color and shit, they'd be like, well, I don't know. Could he be kind of Spanish? I'm not sure, but he's definitely not black. You know what I'm saying? This is how they'll go through the shit in their mind, right?
Yeah.
But so they'll try to mentally deduce all of this shit, trying to figure out if you're a racist or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on that, John. So after talking with you for a bit and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I guess he alright, but he's still a confident cracker.
Well, here's my thing. You're saying the C word right now. Joe Rogan is in trouble for saying the N word.
Yeah.
We on this podcast have said the N-word plenty of times.
Yeah.
You actually have been very insistent that I say it on the spot sometimes.
Yeah, because you my nigga. Okay. And
I'm not going to apologize. We're not going to.
No.
And I don't think we'll ever be asked because we're not that famous at all. We're not famous at all.
I mean, but unapologetically so still, regardless.
Correct. But if I ever acquire my base and I develop my minions and I rule, then somebody might come back and be like,
hey, but look what you said.
You said the N-word,
like, look
right?
what you said.
Right.
Yeah. And then as soon as they see, this is what'll happen, right? Is they'll try to trim it and chop it precisely, right? Immediately before and after the part where I say, when I say I go and say it, or, in the context, who's you hanging around? You know what I'm saying? All of that shit, right? He's like, niggas, right? And then immediately chop right after that when I say, that's my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do.
And then we'll go back and get a part of you going, who do you hate? Mm-hmm. And put that in front of it.
Niggas.
I was just thinking about this. What if, like, we were...
Stupid bullshit like that, dog. But niggas do shit like that.
Right, but we all got to join together. We all got to band together and say whatever we want to say with each other because it's fun. Now, one thing I heard was that the world will never band together until there's an outside threat like aliens. Mm-hmm. That was Ronald Reagan who said that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I was just thinking, what if we all just looked up in the sky and there was this huge fleet of aliens, right? And this one little ship came down and was like, Earthlings, you must surrender to us and our authorities. We have new laws and rules we're going to impose on you. And you, wait, hold on a second. And then you look up and all of them start turning around and going back, right? And it's like, hold on. There seems to be a problem. Our chancellor, said the N-word back in 1290 Omicron. So we're gonna have to get back with you on this because we're having some political problem. And then they just disappear, right, and never come back, right? Like, what are the fucking aliens like? Oops, right before the fight, they found out that he said the blur word, like way back in like 2097 Omicron. So, like, and you know what would happen? Everybody on the planet would be like, he said Omicron. I think that would be funny, Just think it would be funny. The aliens turn back around because, Oh, man. So where were we?
I don't know, but that shit was funny, though.
Oh, yeah, remember?
Unapologetic.
Yeah, we got to be unapologetic because if we do apologize, that means that we think we did something wrong. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If I didn't do something wrong, I'm not going to pretend I did.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. You pretend you did something wrong just because somebody wants to be offended at you or something. Like, that's not my bag.
You can't help if someone is feeling insecure by your presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be held liable if you feel like a bitch around me.
Right. Well, here's the thing, man. I do think it's like every one of us who has a kind of a, like, if we feel we have half a brain, then it's important when you see somebody, like, young or impressionable who's just lost in their ways, to kind of give them a little pep, a little booster, a little pep talk. Because sometimes you'll say something to somebody like, you'll be like, I specifically remember when somebody looked at me and was like, ew, you shoplift? And it made me not want to shoplift anymore. And it wasn't that they did that or said that at the moment. It was that, like, the next time I shoplifted, I was like, I felt that again. Like that, ew, I am kind of like not like everybody else. This is gross. And it kind of really did help me out. It changed a lot of me, and I haven't actually shoplifted anything in a long, long, long time, But I used to be like fucking, like Klepto Kate. What's that one girl that got caught, Winona Ryder? She would like get caught stealing like underwear from an outlet, and it's like, bitch, you got money. Why are you stealing?
Yeah.
But I always made a big like distinction between being a thief and being a shoplifter. To me, shoplifting was almost like glamorous. For me, as a homeless person, it was like, wow, I can have way more than the other homeless people and get myself up. Like, I can be dressed well for my job. You know what I mean? And do things without like really having to buy in and all that shit. And I thought it was slick. I thought it was like off the grid and against the grain. It just, my biggest issue is with thieves. Now, a thief will go in your wallet in the middle of the night when you're not, A thief basically takes from a person. A shoplifter is going after the man, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Sears, they probably like fucking underpay their staff, and like the head guy probably takes huge bonuses, and I'm just gonna get mine, right? I don't care about Sears, because the guy who works at Sears gets paid even if I steal shit.
Right.
But you know what I mean? You go out and you rob some guy, he doesn't have his paycheck for his family.
Right.
That makes you a dirtbag. There's no romance, there's no glory in that kind of a lifestyle. That's just robber. You're a street thug, a goon. A lot of people misinterpreted my own teachings about how you can live off the grid. A lot of people misinterpret it, and they do things the wrong way. Like I got a couple people who were completely homeless, and I was like, let me just show you something. If you get a bag that you can open from the side that is your handy side, make sure the zipper's on your handy side, right? That way, no matter where you go, that bag can be strapped around your back with a hole right here just slightly open. And you can put anything in there at any time in less than a second. And nobody, as long as nobody knows, you can walk out of any store with anything. Now, make sure you need it. Right? Because there's karmas involved. But you're only doing this to get out of the situation you're in.
Yeah.
Okay? My advice is not for the people who are way more moral than me. Right? This is kind of like, okay, this is how you grime your way out. Some people would be like, no, go to a shelter, get with a caseworker. And now that's my suggestion to everybody. Before, my suggestion was grime your way out. You can get out. Use your muscles and get the fuck out the mud. Now it's like, no, use your brain. Sometimes you have to be on the phone for 8 hours, but do it. Sometimes you have to be on hold for 2.5 hours and then 3 after that, but do it. Like, get with a caseworker. If you feel like you really don't want all these things, then you might have a mental disorder. Mental health problems are real, and it's not a shame to have one, especially in this day and age. To have a mental health disorder is almost commonplace. Like, we should all be like wondering why each other are mentally diseased at the moment, right? And trying to fix it, trying to help each other out in any way, just with knowledge, just with saying like, hey, I'm there, I get it. Maybe there's somebody who just heard that who didn't even realize they had a mental disorder. They thought they were just angry at this, right? Or they thought they just really don't want to do this and they don't want to live their life this way. But really, they're depressed, deeply depressed, clinically depressed. You know, and that shit causes you to fall into a cave and die. And like I said, just smoke, drink, die of cancer, and shake your body like a belly dancer.
Do you wanna get got? Do you wanna get shot? With my banana gun, son. Oh, let me tell you, it's a wonderful gun. Do you wanna get some? Clack, 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 clack. You don't want none. To cock out banana gun. Oh Lord, banana gun. Bow. Oh, he shot me. He shot me in the head, in the brain. Bam, he shot me right in the brain. And things just got insane.